So, what is the deal with self sabotage and how can we stop it from happening once and for all? I'm Krishantiw, and welcome back to my channel where the topics are always about intuition and personal growth. And I talk a lot about how using intuition can help you on your own path to discover where you're holding yourself back, where you might be limiting yourself in certain ways, and how you can help yourself evolve out of that to create a life that you really love. So when you start to use your intuition to reflect on things in your life, you can apply it towards things that just simply aren't working in order to find a way to get them to start working. So that's where, rather than going to see somebody like an intuitive to give you the answers, you use your own intuition to figure things out for yourself. And when you have that tool, it's like a tool for life, and it's just so incredibly helpful. So the first thing with the self-sabotage is realizing that you're doing it. And sometimes it can take decades to even figure out where you are the one that is creating the problem. Usually not of your own intention. You're just unintentionally doing it. And I was thinking about this and thinking about the video and what we were going to talk about here. And I really feel like self-sabotage is sort of like anti-manifestation. Like you're manifesting from a wounded place and you're bringing into your life people and circumstances and situations that mirror to you the sort of punishment or the sort of treatment, if we want to keep it more vague here, that you feel you deserve. And the thing about the sneaky aspect of it is it's like as if life is just happening to us and we're not really aware that we are consciously on some level choosing to have these situations happen to perpetuate this sabotage. So let me give you a couple of really great examples, because I work with people in the field and they come with their questions about how to solve problems, and then they learn how to employ their own intuition and go on it on their own. But I can't tell you how many people I work with and speak to who have dreams of their own business and their own sort of thing that they want to do, but they're trapped in jobs that are literally killing them. I mean, there's one woman who was actually having so many health issues because of how horrible it was at her work. There are other people who are just, day after day after day feeling mistreated and feeling like beaten down, but they have this like vision and this dream that they want to create. And oftentimes it's what their spirit really wants. So it's actually something that could really work. Like it could make money, it could be viable. But that sneaky sort of self-sabotage comes in, and for whatever reason, they're too tired to work on it. They don't have the energy, that's kind of different from being too tired. It's like you don't have the creative energy, you don't have the will even to do it. And so they just stay in these jobs and just kind of live in misery. That is a common thing that happens to tons of people. And it's when the realization comes that it doesn't actually need to be like that. And that's a really tough example to talk about, because money is so stressful for so many people in livelihood. But once you start to realize, like, I'm doing this to myself, there is a way out. I don't need to keep manifesting this. And it's like you're manifesting this steady job, but it's at what expense, right? That's when you can start to break through, when you start to realize, like, wait, is this an illusion, or is this the truth, or is this something that I am buying into and I'm feeding because of what I feel that I deserve, or what I feel that I'm not capable of accomplishing for whatever reason. So that's one example of like self-sabotage. Like, let's say you have a dream but you're not able to work at it to make it happen. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about a solution that is actually so ridiculously, blissfully easy. You're going to laugh, but it is what works. So another example of sneaky self-sabotage that happens a lot is attracting this type of person, like usually it's romantic relationships, the type of person that just reflects to you your lack of worth or your perceived for your own feelings of inadequacy or whatever. They treat you like crap. And it's like again and again and again. That's self-sabotage. And what you're actually kind of doing here is manifesting, and you're bringing them in, you're magnetizing those kinds of people, you're drawing them in because you feel that's what you deserve to attract and to manifest. That's what that wounded part of you is continuously bringing in. It's like your shadow side. It's like just keep on bringing me people that show me this pattern and keep treating me like this. I want to share with you a really personal example of how this sneaky self-sabotage can work. And it's crazy because I do all this intuitive stuff, and I've been in this for quite a few years now. So I've been working on myself layer after layer after layer, having grown up feeling neglected, being neglected literally, and abused, with a mother who was dying of cancer and a very elderly caregiver who was super mean and hurtful and did things that were very, like, it's just, I would never treat a child like that. But anyway, even with my intuitive stuff, I have to say, I realized that I had created a pattern, and intentionally doing so, you guys, of drawing in friends or people who would be a friend but treat me kind of like my mom. Like, I'll be your friend, like love you like bestest friends, but I'm going to keep you like at arm's length. And I kept grappling with it. I'm like, this is so, like, why, and then one of them, now there were several, these are soulmate friends. I consider these soulmate friends that I was so happy to have in my life, but didn't see often because there's always some reason why we couldn't get together. Or one of them was long distance. What happened to me to show me what I was doing by keeping these people in my life and by attracting them in the first place was I had been drawn to them and kind of manifested that and we kind of came together to reflect the same treatment that I had had. Like, yes, oh, my mom loved me to death. I was a miracle baby. She loved me, just like these friends loved me. But she couldn't give me the time. She couldn't be there for me. She never, I remember like 3 times we had like a lot of one-on-one time. And that was it, right? Yes, she was sick and everything, but still, here I went on to continually create that because I felt like this is how love looks. Is someone, they really love you, but they don't play with you, they don't interact with you. So what happened was, this is going to sound insane, but because I was so in the mire of this illusion, and I had already healed, and I talked about this in other videos, I'd already healed a big thing about creating evil bosses like Nana, like to reflect, like, I'm going to abuse you and you're not going to be able to get away. I broke that cycle and pattern, but then didn't realize I was still sabotaging with these friends. So they started to behave heinously. And I mean, like, where I was like, I hadn't seen this. And that was my deal breaker. Like, you don't treat me like that. And I stand up for myself and then you give me shit. Like, no. So that it was extremely challenging to go through. And it required me to, it was painful. It's like a death. It's like you when you end. I ended the friendships because they had to. But then I realized that I had manifested and created them. So I'm going through this period of like, okay, what's going to happen? Like, what am I creating now? And what I want to talk to you about is the way to stop it. And what worked with the evil boss, scenario, and what helps the clients to break out of what's keeping them trapped. A lot of energy work, of course, can help. Doing your own intuitive, like your own meditations, your own healing work. And at Krishantiw.com, I've got a library of channeled energy healings and guided meditations that can help you. But literally, just the attention to the problem and the awareness, however it comes up. Like, it was probably lucky for me that it started cascading with the first one behaving and having extreme mental illness and being abusive, and then the next one, and it's like it kind of happened magically like that. But your awareness of, wait, I'm creating this pattern, or even awareness of, like, I don't like this and I don't think that it has to be this way. That's number one. I told you it was easy. It's easy as awareness. And then the next part is where you really work with, what am I going to do about it? What do I want? So it's attention at the issue, and attention, just noticing, and then you move into intention. And that's where you intend, okay, I'm not going to do this. And what will happen is you'll probably get tests. Like, someone new came into my life who's wonderful and fun and just so great, right? Really wanted to be friends. And then I saw that glimmer of what I don't like. And then I was like, okay, as much as I like this person, I don't like that. So I'm going to have to say no. And then you start to say yes. And then what happened is, here comes, it's actually miraculous, you guys. It really does work. Here comes new people. Like, here's someone else, like, really mirroring, like, a beautiful way to treat somebody that wants to be friends. Okay, so then you choose that. You will see that with your attention and your intention very much focused on the matter, that you'll be delivered answers that help you, and you'll be delivered into new situations that reflect what you've intended. And that's it. What helps me a whole lot, and what helps me get through it, are the meditations, and like like I said, the intuitive work. Like, if I wasn't so closely watching everything, and aware, I wouldn't, again, like I said, I didn't know and realize that these 20-year friendships were like I had created that, like, long ago. You know what I'm saying? So try that out, and see what you start to create and what you start to bring in. Because the thing that's so crazy is that when they say, like, you're so powerful, you can be so powerful that you can create for yourself a grown-up adult situation that mirrors exactly what the horrors of your childhood, so to speak. Or you can just go through things you don't want to have to go through because you think that's what you deserve, when really part of what I think we're here for, if we want to look at life as a learning experience, is to break these patterns and to set ourselves into situations that are comfortable, that are more fulfilling, and that really nourish our spirits. And that's what, when it's talking about that work kind of thing, it's like, there's no reason you can't create a livelihood that brings you joy, that brings joy to people in the world, and that is really, helps you prosper, except for your belief that you can't. And again, it's that breaking through that fear, but boiling it down to the most basic thing of attention and intention to change. That's it. Because I've said it a billion times before too, is once you have the awareness that that you're creating something, or that there is a pattern, you've done literally 80% of the work to stopping it from reoccurring. So I hope that really helps. And if you've made it to this point and there's other topics you want me to talk about, please just let me know. Put it in the comments or email me, and I'd love to cover it. So thanks again for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.